Hi, it's great to see you. We are going to be doing a video today for wrist pain. Wrist pain is a comment I get from quite a few people. I know it can happen a lot, especially with plank positions, inverted V or downward dog positions, anytime that you're putting your hands obviously on the ground and your weight through your hands. So we're going to be doing some exercises today that can help that, and what I want you to keep in mind is oftentimes wrist pain can be caused secondarily from weakness up in the shoulder girdle. And I'll talk to you about that, and we'll kind of talk through that as we go along. But I want you to keep that in mind, to know that this isn't a video just for a bunch of wrist exercises. We're going to do some of those, but we're also going to address kind of the whole complex and why your wrist might be taking quite a bit of the pressure and thus causing you pain. One thing to keep in mind, if you do have a true carpal tunnel, anything like that, you might want to be cautious with some of these. I don't want to increase any of your symptoms. So if you have any pain, obviously stop. If you need to talk to your doctor, go ahead and do that. All right, and I do have one small weight here. I recommend, if you do have either a 1, a 2, or a 3 pound, to use that. If you don't have that, just fill up like a water bottle and have that close, just something that you can grip, okay, but no more than 3 pounds. So just have that close. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is work on some stretching for our shoulders and for our wrists. So I want you to bring your left hand down to your side. Your right arm is gonna come up towards the ceiling. And I want you to really pay attention to what's happening here in the shoulder. If this is creeping up and reaching, I want you to bring it back down. All right, and then we're gonna reach over. So you're reaching your fingertips, but at the same time you're pulling that shoulder back into its socket, right? And then lift back up, right arm down, left arm up. So pause here, reach the fingertips, but yet get that shoulder itself back down, shoulder blade down, and then reach over. So we want to find some movement here in that upper spine. Nice job. All right, now on this one, bring both arms up and then turn to your left and find a twist. All right, so you're going to use your knee for a little bit of leverage and twist. Come back up and switch. I promise we're going to get to those wrists, but this, like I said, is a very important component and a place that we tend to be tight without realizing it, which can cause some dysfunction in the wrists. Good. And then back up. All right, arms are going to come down. And what I want you to do is bring your hands in front of you, cross, so you can see my wrists are crossed, and then interlock your fingers. Reach your hands and your arms away from you and round your spine. So from the side, this is what it looks like. I'm reaching my hands forward, but my upper back is coming back. So I'm trying to get a stretch there. And we're just going to hold this and breathe. Tuck your chin. Reach forward as you pull back at the same time. Good. And then sit back up. Hands come behind you now. Clasp your hands together. Reach your knuckles down. See if you can press the heels of your hands together and open up your chest. And again, breathe. Okay, we're going to do that again. Hands come forward. Cross the wrists, interlock, reach forward, round your spine. So I want you to dedicate time. If you do have some wrist problems with those plank positions, dedicate some time to this workout and these stretches. Maybe every other day for a couple weeks to see if it helps. Reach the hands back. I know we all want a miracle fix, but usually it takes a little bit of time to change our movement patterns and to feel better. Nice. All right. Last shoulder stretch here. I want you to bring your arms out to the side. We're going to sweep the arms so the right arm comes under, left arm comes over. I have elbow to elbow. Wrap your forearms up like ropes. If you've done yoga, this is eagle arms. And what you're going to do is bring the shoulders down, but lift the elbows up. And breathe here. You might be getting quite a bit of stretch across the back of the shoulder blades, maybe up into your shoulders. And breathe and keep your spine long. All right, release that and just switch. So now left arm under, right over, wrap up. And you're trying, if you can, to get the palms of the hands to touch, and that will not always happen. That's okay. So we're going to spend a lot of time holding these stretches. Good, and then release that. Okay, so come onto your hands and knees. Now, if you don't want to be on your hands and knees for any reason, you can do this at a table. And the other reason I like that is if you're at your office, if you're cooking, I want you to do these all day, these wrist stretches throughout the day, and you don't have to get down on the floor. You'll just do them on a table. So I'm going to do them here for the sake of our video, but a lot of times it's great to just do them on a table. So we're going to be on your knees. Your hands are going to come down. Your fingertips are wide, so spread them really wide. My fingers are facing forward, and this is going to be our first stretch. So if this is not a stretch for you, then just bring your weight forward until you find a stretch in the wrists, maybe in the forearms. And hold that. And again, a table is a great place to do this. You'll just want to lean forward to find the stretch. Okay, let's rock back. Now turn your hands so that the fingers are facing you. This is going to be a little more intense. Spread the fingers wide. So for less intense, you would bring your weight forward. If you need more, you bring it back, but try to keep the entire palm on the ground. And then pay attention what's happening in your shoulders again. Try not to sink here. Remember, we talked about how important the shoulders are, so press away and keep that upper back strong. All right, so you can release that. Your fingers are going to face the same way, but now I've flipped my hands over, so the back of my hand is on the ground. My fingers are still facing me, and then find a stretch here. Again, breathing. And now, for a fun little addition, I want you to curl your fingers. So try to, almost like you're going to make a fist, and you might notice that it's a little bit hard and that there's some fingers that maybe don't pull up as much as others. So that'll just show you some tightness that you have. Good, and then slowly release that. Nice job. Sit back, shake it out. Very good. Okay, so let's find our weight. All right, so we are going to start with a little bit of a wrist exercise. Again, just grab a water bottle, whatever you have close to you. We'll do one at a time. This also can be done sitting on a chair or just at a counter, but I'm just going to use my knee because that's what I have here. So you're going to hold the weight with the palm facing down, and we're just going to lift the wrist up and down. So it's only the hand moving here. So this seems very simple, and I don't necessarily recommend doing these and nothing else. Some people will be at the gym just with weights doing these, and that's fine. It's really strengthening these muscles up in your forearm, but it has to be included as a part of this program. You need to stretch things that are tight and really work up into the shoulders too. So this is an important part of this overall wrist program. Okay, good. But it's not the only piece by any means. The stretches to me actually are more important. So all I did was flip over so that now I'm lifting my hand up and then down. And I'm just doing maybe 8 to 10 on each side. Good, last one. Okay, and then we'll just switch to the other side. So I will start with my palm facing down and then lift up and down. So just make sure your forearm is resting on something comfortably and that the shoulder is relaxed. These can all apply as well if you have like an elbow tendonitis. So that would be a tennis elbow or a golf elbow. I often have my clients do some of these similar exercises, just as long as you're not increasing your pain. Okay, and let's flip over. Good. Let's do about 3 more. 2, 1. Very nice.